Ciao ragazzi, in today's video myself and Fabio Sarlo are going to react to Inter's match against Real Madrid. Before getting into the video, be sure to let us know down in the comments below what you made of the match, and don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on push notifications so you never miss a video. Real Madrid started this match on the front foot. They were very fired up and pressed us very high, and this led to us giving away the ball very cheaply at times. We didn't really deal with the press all that well. I felt that most of the time we were just giving the ball kind of right back to them. Arturo Vidal in particular was really bad for this. It did seem like every single time we actually got the ball, it was just going right back to a Real Madrid player. The goal that we gave away, the first goal of Real Madrid's that we gave away was actually a very clumsy one, especially from Ashraf Hakimi. Hakimi tries to hit it back to Samir Handanovic when he's under pressure from a Real Madrid player, gets nowhere near enough on it, and Karim Benzema's there to capitalise on it, rounds Handanovic and puts it into an empty net. And I mean, this is quite simply something that you cannot be doing in the Champions League, because in the Champions League such mistakes are almost always capitalised on, and such mistakes are especially capitalised on when you're playing a team the calibre of Real Madrid, and especially for a striker like Karim Benzema, who's scored goals throughout his career and has done so for fun. Real Madrid's second goal was another really sloppy one from us. From a corner, Sergio Ramos headed home, and I mean, Stefan de Vrij, to me, could have done a lot better to keep on to Ramos. Ramos walked away from him pretty much. So easy for Ramos to get to, and Ivan Perisic, who tried to kind of get in the way and stop it, wasn't anywhere near stopping Ramos getting his head on that ball. Thankfully, we wasted little time in bouncing back. We managed to pull one back through Lautaro Martinez, who with a great strike put the ball past Thibaut Courtois about a minute or two after Ramos put Real Madrid 2-0 up. Lautaro got on the end of a really nice backheel flick from Nicolo Barella, and yeah, as I say, a great strike from him. Real Madrid definitely deserved to be leading at half time. I think they played some good stuff, and yeah, it wasn't the best of first half from Antonio Conte's side.
Just a really, really demoralising second half, really. Looked to get ourselves back into it. Perisic looking like a striker with that finish, composed, quality finish. We looked like a good side. We looked like the better side for a lot of that second half. Stringing passes together, looked quite collected. We looked quite balanced. Young looked good on the left. Hakimi was hit and miss a bit, but he always posed a threat on that right hand side. Lautaro was busy up front. Perisic even was working so hard for the team. Barella just all over the place as ever, just brilliant. He was my man of the match tonight. But just a really, really frustrating second half. It's just Pate into all over, isn't it? Just we get ourselves back into it, and then it's just throwing it away. I said to myself when we scored at 65 minutes that this is going to be too early. We've equalised too early here. We're gonna panic. We're gonna hit panic stations, and we can't hold on to this. When we should have either been attacking or just being more composed. And I'm just frustrated at Conte bringing on Gagliardini for Barella. I get all the midfielders on a yellow card. Completely understand the substitution in the middle of the pitch, but I just don't understand the reasoning behind taking Barella off rather than Vidal or even Brozovic. Brozovic was good tonight. Barella was good tonight. So it just reeked of that we're going to settle for a draw here. And Real Madrid sensed that and brought on Modric and just absolutely went for the jugular where we should have done. And that showed the level of the difference between the two sides tonight. I think just that extra notch of quality that Madrid have got through the squad, just to take us to the cleaners really in that last few minutes, and just to absolute quality finish. D'Ambrosio was caught napping on that right hand side just for lack of pace. I mean, I can't blame him. Vinicius is a quick player, and then just Rodrigo left completely unmarked in the middle. Vidal just lost his marker there and allowed to shoot at the goal, and just a quality finish, full credit to him. But yeah, we don't have to make it hard for ourselves, and it's just a really, really frustrating second half. And I think it's a 3-2 result on the surface as a singular result. 3-2 away to Madrid, scoring 2 goals away from home is not a disaster. It's just coupled with the fact that we drew the first 2 games of this group stage, that we're just really, really struggling now. And the only positive I can say is that this group is so open after Borussia Mönchengladbach's massive win against Shakhtar earlier. This group is so wide open that a win, and I think 7 points from these last 3 games at least could give us a chance of qualifying. But I just can't see that happening at the moment. I can't see what direction this team's going in. We just lack any sort of spark or creativity. And I think just that second half just highlighted our season really. Just that there's competence there, there's good play there, but we're just not that finished product, and it's really really frustrating.
On a night where there was few kind of high points for Inter, the top for me is quite easily the assist from Nico Barella for Lautaro Martinez's goal. Barella's flick was, as I said earlier on in the video, quite simply sublime. This was not by chance or by luck that he pulled this off. This was a very calculated move, and yeah, you've just got to appreciate some fine skill like that when it happened, because it really was a nice piece of skill. Unfortunately, though, it wasn't enough to lead us to victory. But as I say, you've got to appreciate skill like that.
Yeah, flop for me, it's a tough one. It's a sort of a between two, I think. And if you to ask me this at half time, it would have been for Dow. I think he was all over the place. He was just a fraction of a second late for everything. Caused us a few balls away. They were going to cause us problems in the defence. Got that needless yellow card, which you could have had 2 or 3 quite easily in that first half. So he was definitely my flop in the first half. But he came out in the second half and looked a bit more calm and collected and wasn't quite as rash. And my flop for the second half would be Conte's substitutions, bringing on Gagliardini to replace Barella, which was just, in my mind, just signalled that we're going to settle for a draw. And that just highlighted to Real Madrid everything that they needed to go on and win this game. So I think the flop for me for this game is got to be Conte, and just that stubbornness to not change, to not adapt, and to try and just settle when we should have gone for the win, just like Madrid did. We should have added that extra quality. They added Modric. We should have added Eriksen. We should have added Sanchez earlier. And it's just frustrating. No disrespect to Gagliardini. He didn't put a foot wrong really all game. It was just the fact that him alongside Vidal and Brozovic just signalled to Madrid that we were settling at the 70th minute for a draw, and that was just a recipe for disaster in my eyes.